now. Someone was asking what deck this is. It's the Solar Kingdom deck. I absolutely love it. It's literally a couple of quid off Temu or TikTok shop. I tell you what, they don't half put the shipping up on TikTok shop. I'm not buying from there again. Get everything from Temu. Spirit guides, universe and angels, please stand beside me and guide me for Taurus's highest good. How is Taurus feeling in this second week of June 2025 with regards to what they're thinking about, dealing with or manifesting in? 3 cards for Taurus, please. Ooh, the 4 of Wands reversed. Okay, so it could be a Taurus, Aries, cusper. Don't have to be. But that came out for the last reading, didn't it? And that was also reversed. So there's a lack of stability. Okay, we want a solid home. We want the 4 of Wands. And I'm not saying where you are isn't solid. But if you're looking to unite with a partner, you know, and be together for a lifetime, and everyone knows that you're exclusive, that you're together, that you're in union, you know, married or living together, this is like the goal, isn't it? 4 is a number of stability. Okay, and at the moment, you might not have that, and that's all that means. You may find that you've had some turbulent times with, you know, lovers that are unpredictable, or, you know, you've tried your best, God love you, but you know, it just doesn't work out sometimes, does it? It's no one's fault. Doesn't mean you don't want it. The 9 of Swords reversed. So the 9 of Swords, when it's upright, is someone, she's sitting awake worrying. Okay, so we've dropped the burdens. We're not going to worry anymore. Okay, we're letting things be, which is really healthy. Thank you for the loves. It spurs me on when I see that. 10 of Swords. Bloody hell. Why have we gone from the 9 of Swords reversed to the 10 of Swords upright? Taurus. You could find that you are, and I do this and I'm Taurus, you could find that you are regularly reflecting on and ruminating on the past, things that haven't gone right, things that haven't gone well. You know, and so you pull yourself back into it, you re-experience it, don't you? The trauma of it. I'm very much guilty of that. I go over it and over it and over it and over it. Doesn't mean I'm not moving on, because I'm physically getting on with stuff and I'm achieving things, but I just find it so difficult to not think about the past. I find it really, really difficult. Like, you know, I'm quite sure that most people don't think about it as much as I do. They don't seem to. Okay, so on your person's side, we've got a King of Swords. Look at all the swords in this reading. So much thinking going on. You could have air in your chart. Okay, because even if we're not thinking about the other person in the reading, look how many swords you've got. So much thought, so much processing of like the past. But a King of Swords, to talk about the one that's showing up in your reading, that can be, it's very Aquarian energy, that Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Okay, swords is air, it's thoughts and communication, it's facts, it's knowledge. This person is a very good orator, a very good writer. They will perform a lot of research and they will use strategy. Okay, nothing's done on a whim. This person plays a chess game. Life is a game of chess to them. They're not making moves if they haven't been thinking about it. You know, by the time this person makes moves, they've been planning that for several months. Even if they come across on the outside as spontaneous, they're not. That is a lie, okay? They're not a bad person because they're very much upright. If they were reversed, I'd say they're manipulative, okay? But they're not. They're an honest person. They're full of integrity. They're a king. They're very solid, stable, responsible. In fact, Aquarius energy is to serve the community, okay? Acts of service is this person's love language, which I've got a feeling you might really like, Taurus. They could be male or female. Right, now they're showing up as a King of Wands reversed, okay? So it's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy, fire energy, okay? When this person's upright, their solar plexus activated, very confident, very outgoing, very good looking, you know, life and soul of the party, magnetic for other people. If they were a Knight of Wands, I'd say they're erratic, but a King of Wands is not erratic, okay? They're stable. When it's reversed, they could be someone who's lost their temper. They could be overly lusty. It's that passion. Wands is fire, and they're also phallic. It's that passion. When that spills over, it can be in an angry way or an overbearing way. Or it could be something total opposite, and they could just be really like lusty and like, you know, feeling very fiery in that way. They could also be feeling weakened, okay? If that's someone that's feeling confident and strong and domineering, this could be someone who's feeling weak. Okay, so we won't know until we get the following card. So let's see. The Five of Swords. Okay, so any number in tarot, any suit in tarot that's a 5 is bad. 5 of Cups is grief, loss, sadness, regret. 5 of Wands is conflict, inner conflict or external conflict, like physical fights. 5 of Pentacles is a lack of money or love or both, just lack of abundance generally. 5 of Swords, okay, is arguments. More swords again. Arguments. Okay, so I don't think this is a lusty energy because it's in between someone who's trying to uphold the truth, trying to be strategic, and then we've got all these arguments. So I'd say they've lost their libido, actually. You know, I wouldn't be in my power if I was having all these, you know, battles with everyone, like verbal disagreements, and I'm just trying to do what's right, because that sword stands for truth, justice, integrity. Let's get 3 for the outcome. I don't think you're currently involved with this person. However, it could be a past person because there's so much pain here on your side. It could be that you've been dealing with an air sign in the last few years. Because Taurians, don't forget, okay, if someone's been important to us, a decade ago or 2 decades ago, they remain important to us. Okay, and the love is like it's banked and it's just there. 6 of Wands reversed. Okay, so this is when it's upright, it's someone who's being celebrated. They feel worthy, they feel recognized, they feel successful. They're getting all the attention. Okay, it's like a parade on horseback through town and they're celebrating. You know, when you graduate and everyone's clapping and cheering and you're being celebrated, that's what this card is. But it's reversed, okay? So the opposite of being celebrated is being ignored, being unseen, okay? Someone feels unseen, okay? Someone feels unheard. They don't feel successful. They feel like a failure or just like they don't exist, okay? It's that kind of vibe. Let's get 2 more for the outcome. Now, if you look at both sides, it isn't positive on either side here, so that could be either of you that feels that way. The setting sun is it's the end of a period of happiness, okay? When you know when the sun has been out all day, you've watched it come up in the morning, it's made you feel energized, made you feel happy. You know you've got a long day of sunshine, lots and lots of hours of sun. When it's at its highest point, you're normally doing something nice, or if you're in a very, very hot place trying to stay indoors and survive. But the idea is that like when the sun is high, the midday sun, it's at its best, okay? And then you're in that middle of that happy period of your life or happy phase with someone. When the sun is setting, you kind of feel a sadness, don't you? Because you know that it's going to drop below the horizon and it looks really, really beautiful. And it looks really, really beautiful. And like within minutes, it's going to be over. That's what this is about, okay? So it's like there's been a period of happiness, but it's coming to an end. The Devil. Okay, so it's the major arcana for Capricorn, but it represents toxicity. It represents being codependent, being dependent on someone, on their attention. If they're not bothering with you, then what's the point? Because it has to be them. Okay, being exhilarated by one person's attention. If the Devil card was reversed, we'd be getting free from that codependency or bad habit or behavior. But this is like attachment, this total attachment, okay? And look, with the other cards, we don't want something to end. We don't feel recognized or celebrated anymore. I think this is someone you were involved with in the past, Taurus. And this could be a very mutual emotion. Why have they got the King of Wands reversed? Why are they disempowered? Why have they got the Five of Swords? Arguments. What have they been arguing about? Let's find out. Let's do a bit of digging. I'm reading for the signs, guys. If you want an individual reading, you'll have to email me or message me on TikTok. Okay, so this person was crushed. They feel like they've had their emotions played with, okay? They feel absolutely devastated. So I don't know if they're experiencing narcissistic abuse or they're misunderstanding a situation. It's a very intelligent person with that King of Swords. It's all just a game to them. Insincere, just having fun. What that says to me is, if this person's extremely upset, you know, and we know they are because it says crushed, it says to me that they either feel someone was dishonest, like, you can omit the truth, can't you, without physically lying. You can avoid to say how you really feel about someone, avoid to show your feelings until they show you theirs first, that kind of stuff. They could feel like they are dealing with someone who's unemotional, you know, right now, and that's why they miss being with you, Taurus, because you're so real. You're so, like, you're very, very caring, very, very nurturing, very, very safe to be around. You know, you're the Empress, so you're the ultimate empath, the ultimate nurturer, provider. And when someone's had that, they sure as hell miss it. But they might have misunderstood, or you might have failed to open up to them and kept your cards close to your chest by how you feel about this person. I'm sure you had your reasons, but they feel devastated. Finding forever. Your path holds infinite possibilities if you dare. Divine union. Use the wings of empathy to bring love and harmony. Maybe they tried to play games with you. Maybe they were too strategic, you know? Oh my God, look. Getting played. Manipulation, lies, and control. Now, that is a card of being in control. You could have, like, given someone some real home truths here. Or you could have felt like this King of Swords manipulated you. That it was a chess game, you know, with them. Off and on. Excuses, you know, but they've played themselves in the end, haven't they? Because you've had the Ten of Swords, you've been absolutely devastated. Should we get a message from them? Let's get a message from them. This is a new oracle deck, this one. It is Unspoken Truth. There's something behind your eyes. What are you hiding? Wow. This person, it's like this person knows there's so much depth to it that they can't reach in and get it. I think they get glimpses of it and they want more. But I think there's something else going on here. I think there's trust issues because they feel crushed and they feel that they got played. I think you're so seductive Taurus that I read in Les Miserables. There's a sentence, and it's that women use their like seductive, feminine wiles to play with people's emotions, like children playing with knives. It's you're capable of murder, but like in the spiritual sense, like the emotional sense, you can really nurture, but you could really like do someone a damage, because I think you've got that kind of soul that people kind of fall into, but you're also like, you're kind of dangerous because you can give it and you can take it away. And you would only do that if someone wronged you. But I don't think this person, I don't think they can control how much they like you, how much they love to be around you. They can't get over it. They're not over it. They're absolutely devastated. But so are you. What's the nature of this connection? Shit. Third party situation. Other people may be interfering with this relationship and dimming its full potential. And you know what was on here? Divine union. Finding forever. Wow. Now I'm thinking that now I'm thinking that this person isn't free to be with you, because they're showing up as a king. They're showing up as two kings. Okay, so they have a lot of responsibility. They could have a house, they could have children, they could have a partner, they could already be married. Okay, but this person is weak. Okay, they are weak without you. They're having arguments. They're trying to be strategic. They're trying to be patient. They're keeping their cards very close to their chest. Very, very close to their chest. This is not someone that shares emotions as a King of Swords. They don't. That doesn't happen. Oh my goodness me. So, for the second week of June, that's what's coming out, guys. That's what's coming out. Third party situation. Other people may be interfering with this relationship and dimming its full potential. They could be getting blackmailed by someone. If they stepped out of a marriage, that spouse could be, blackmailing them to stay, whether that's emotionally, financially, any way you can think of. Kisses and photograph, unconditionally loving, giving and receiving affection, falling in love. They fell in love with you. Photograph, looking at your photos, missing you, nostalgia, make new memories. They keep photos of you on their phone, and yeah, they're in love with you. If they're not with you, it's not because they don't want to be, okay? It's actually hurting them to be away from you. Wow. If you've been wondering, they're thinking about you and looking at your photos. Oh my God. This is coming back. This is coming back. Divine union, finding forever. It's within reach. Kisses and photograph. Well, if you can't understand my accent, you'll have to read the automatic subtitles, won't you? When it's posted as a recording. I'm not changing my accent for anyone. Release. Today, I release limiting beliefs, harmful thoughts, toxic patterns, and anything out of alignment. I am ready for transformation and welcome this shift. I am creating space for a new chapter filled with love, abundance, and amazing opportunities. Get focused to attract what I want. First, I get clear on what it is that I desire. I envision it for a minute or more every day, feeling how it would feel to have this in my life, what I would do, how I'd react, and who I'd tell. I picture it all. Through my continual alignment with my desires, they begin to flow into my physical reality in divine timing. As long as you are clear on what you want, this is going to manifest. Don't think about what's gone wrong, because it's very Taurian to do that and panic and think, I'm not being noticed, they've forgotten about me, it was all a mistake, it was all pointless. That's not what's happening here. Okay? That's not what's happening here. So, there's other forces at play. The universe will make it so if it's what you want. What do I still need to get? This one. Sacred moments. Seize sacred moments to experience precious revelations in life. Okay, what is there to be learned from this? What have you been busy doing in the time that you guys have been apart? Because that's why this separation was supposed to happen. So you could have time to get on with what you need to achieve in life. They could have time to sort out their ish. Okay, and it looks like it's going to be coming back together. Let's get a timing. Oh my goodness me. In August. Let's get you a angel number. Okay, you get 2. We've got 2121 energy levels. Prosperity, harmony, journey, waiting, discipline, exaggeration, and the opposite sex. That day you're waiting for will come. Maintain discipline. You're getting closer to your goal. There's no need to overextend yourself. Guard your energy to remain focused. It will pay off. It's not a climb. Oh, sorry, it's a climb, not an elevator ride. Trust in you. So it's going to take guts, determination, energy, grit, everything like blood, sweat, and tears that's involved in achieving your goals. You do it a bit at a time. Rome wasn't built in a day. So you need to pace yourself. Okay, we haven't got to do it all this week. We haven't got to do it all this year. You're building slowly towards something, And if you're feeling really drained, it's because you're working really hard. Okay, and Spirit wants you to take some time for yourself, to just do nothing sometimes, you know. 3333, social skills. Hope, optimism, liberation, success, prosperity, excitement, and enthusiasm. The problems you have today will eventually disappear. Your guardian angels encourage you to maintain a positive outlook on life, since your luck may be about to change. It is time to put to use your captivating energy and inspirational personality. Don't let your ego get the best of you. Okay, so ego isn't just about having a big ego and sometimes thinking we're better than what we are. Sometimes your ego causes you to worry, causes you to doubt yourself, causes you to be jealous, causes you to gossip. The ego is in control of many things, so we have to rein it in, okay? And we have to find our spiritual self, trust in ourselves, be more pure, be more intuitive, and keep up the good work. It looks like there's people on your spirit team watching you, maybe loved ones that have passed away are watching you, and they're seeing everything that you're doing and you're working really, really hard. You're going to get everything that you desire, okay? That's the message. Let's get you some crystals. What's this? Mercury. We're getting a lot of planets coming out, aren't we, tonight? We need to look at what Mercury means. And then we've got black tourmaline for the solar plexus. Let's have a look. Black tourmaline. Have I got that? That's what it looks. Oh no, that's not what it looks like. It'll be on here. Sorry, I got mixed up. I've got two different decks, and this is the one that has the pictures on. Black tourmaline. They're usually in here, so let's see. Tourmaline quartz. I'll put that to the side in case that's helpful, but I think we'll keep going. Black tourmaline. There we go. See, that's... Ooh, look at that. That's cool. What is it? Grounding black tourmaline is a slightly magnetized, semi-precious gemstone with a reputation for protecting a delicate psyche from a case of the crazies and establishing powerful energetic boundaries between you and all the zombies out there. Who needs it? Everyone. I think I've got something like that, actually. Anyway, let's stay focused. Where to put it? Beside your doors to keep emotional vampires out. On your person, in your pocket, everywhere. Okay? Surround yourself with black tourmaline. Anytime you take public transportation, use it. Find yourself in a crowd, use it. Or hear that sucking sound of a co-worker or family member or malignant demon taking more from you than they are giving back. Protect your light. Do you know what? That happens a lot with empaths, and Taurians are empaths, okay? We're like the ultimate nurturer. So, unfortunately, broken people are attracted to us, and people will take the mick with how much they expect from you, how many hours they want you to listen to them, and you've just got to protect your space. Okay, so that's black tourmaline. Surround yourself with it. Protect your light. okay? Because you get very, very drained. What happens is you're a lovely person, Taurus, but you get really drained by like all these people that are needing your time, needing your help, and expecting to be forgiven over and over, or like, you know, expecting. What I can't stand as a Taurus is if someone asks me for advice about something, I'm very happy to give it, very, very happy to be there for people, but I'm not repeating myself over and over. Like, I've told you what I think, and that isn't going to change if you keep asking me. It's the most irritating thing. If you ask me something, I'll tell you what I think, and what I think isn't going to be different each time you ask me. It's so irritating. Like, look up what Mercury means, okay? It's to do with your crown chakra, your connection to the divine. Been talking so much, my voice is going. Okay, thank you, Taurus. Don't forget to give me a like, share, subscribe, follow, repost, and I'll see you in the next one. With this person, it's not superficial, okay? Like, when they look at you, they're looking into your soul, and they know that there's so much depth to you, and it intrigues them, and it does more than that. Like, they're totally in love with you, but they're being held back by someone that they're tangled up with. You know, there might be finances involved, assets involved, children involved, other relatives, you know, a whole village involved. So it's not that easy to just undo all that. And they could be getting blackmailed or manipulated somehow. So